Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about an entire GameStop, all the employees quitting all at once on the day that Zelda Tears of the Kingdom came out.
Well, I mean, I get a whole bunch of GameStop employees quitting all at once because GameStop isn't exactly the best place to work.
Yeah, I forgot GameStop was still a thing.
Yeah.
I think almost all of ours have gone out of business,
Yep.
you know? And of course, we know what happened during the pandemic.
Yes,
they had a lot
I was
of
thinking of that, actually.
drama during the pandemic, and
They're making about their own cleaning supplies.
Yeah,
And they're being ridiculous. Yeah.
So we're going to talk about this. This is coming from Kotaku, which never misses an opportunity to drag Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes, because they're mad at Nintendo.
They are mad at Nintendo. Of course, they have been blacklisted for, I believe, telling people how to steal Nintendo games. And
There's a plethora of reasons why Kotaku should be blacklisted for most game developers. But, you know,
we're going to talk about
should
this.
be blacklisted from the internet. But here we are.
I think one of these days, we are going to see like everybody from Kotaku either get fired or just walk out. Like, you didn't give us what we wanted. We're going to rage quit. And,
I just think Kotaku's going to get like shut down.
Oh,
That's
I'm sure
just
they
my
will.
opinion, but,
I'm
know.
sure they will. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. You'll get a woohoo.
Woohoo.
Wherever you found us at, whether it's YouTube or Rumble or elsewhere, some deep, dark corner of the internet. Who knows? Stanky hole.
No, I don't want to be found in someone's stanky hole.
Speaking of stanky holes, we're going to talk about Kotaku.
Anyway.
So, yeah, this actually got picked up by Giant Frickin' Robot, too.
Okay.
We'll go to the Kotaku article, right? GameStop staff posted a note about resigning over bad working conditions. Let's look at this first.
Don't blame them if the conditions were legitimately bad.
Yeah, so this made the rounds a couple days ago, but it looks like a lot more outlets are picking up on it. Unfortunately, due to poor working conditions, the staff of the Brighton GameStop have decided to resign effective immediately. Management overworks, underpays, and underappreciates its frontline workers, sets unrealistic expectation, and constantly threatens termination for any employee that cannot exceed them. To all of our loyal guests, we're terribly sorry for this inconvenience. We appreciate every one of you and your continued business, but I literally cannot.
Okay. We're shutting down because you don't pay us, which is probably, if it's a company, if it's that particular branch, that's one thing, but if it's a company-wide hours and stuff, and pay set scale, that's different. Gosh, here we go.
If only you bought more Funko Pops.
Maybe
if
they
only
better.
you bought.
They could remember to put the A in management.
Management. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, please forward them to Regional Manager Tim Keeley and District Manager James
Dittrick manager.
Oh, Dittrick.
Maybe they could have bought a vowel and a consonant if they got paid more.
If you only paid us more, we could have bought a vowel. Yeah. So, I look, and GameStop's gonna be like, well, that's one more store we can close.
Well, how much are people getting paid?
I don't know.
I mean, are we getting paid? Why are we getting paid minimum wage? Yeah, right.
They're not paying them for spell check. Obvious. Did you not get the memo about poor working conditions? Read through your memo once before you post it? No, that's not hard. Why they quit? No one's gonna pay them a proofread. That is true.
GameStop's up at 8 hours a day. How can they be overworked? Well, they have people that don't. They get rid of people when they don't replace them, and then you have to work more hours. Or whatever.
GameStops are frequently frequented. So
GameStop. I mean, look, I get it because I've seen you had me at working conditions, but then you're like, I can't pay my rent. See, there you go. That's what it's about. Then you go find a job that pays more. It's really not that hard. I can tell you, everyone's hiring.
Yeah,
and around here at least, they're hiring like way above minimum wage. For
signing bonuses, everything.
Yes, for stuff that you would normally, but before COVID, you would have got paid minimum wage to work.
Yeah, so this is going to be like, oh, we're going to form a union, and at that point, GameStop's going to be like...
Wait, they said they're going to form a union?
No, I'm waiting for that. That's going to be the next thing. Like, we're going to form a union, guys. That's a great idea. I'm like, yeah, GameStop is holding on by its fingertips. I am shocked they're still in business. And no, I don't think the working conditions there are ideal. I don't, but I'm also like... It's GameStop. Was it really that hard?
Did they walk out or did they quit? Like, they just like we're not working this day, or is it they all quit?
No, they just quit. So the entire
they quit.
They quit on the day that the new Zelda game was supposed to come out because that would have been a moneymaker for this GameStop.
Okay.
You know, they're not going to pay you more when you quit on the day of the release of one of the most anticipated games of the year that probably would have paid your salary.
Well,
Maybe.
They weren't paid very much. But I get it. There's a lot of jobs that don't pay much. But you know what you do? You go find another job.
Yeah. Set unrealistic expectations for workers. Get wrecked. Very base. Good job, guys.
I mean, what were the unrealistic expectations?
I don't know. To show up.
Someone can't pay my rent, quits a job. That'll do it.
Yeah, right?
Look, I'm torn on this one because it's like, they're clearly demanding more money. I'm like, but that's okay. Are you quitting because your working conditions are poor, or are you quitting because you think you should be paid more? I'm trying to understand, I'm trying to understand this.
Yeah.
And because they quit, they made sure they all quit on the day the Zelda game came out. Which if you were hoping to get better conditions, that wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, it just sounds to me like they all just decided they were going to walk out. Look, I've worked some pretty terrible jobs. I have one job I don't even mention on a resume. I wasn't there very long, and it was a kind of a case like that. But the working conditions were absolutely terrible. I did get paid a lot more than minimum wage. But the person we were working for was just god awful, like the worst micromanager ever, and everybody just it was just kind of a and really unfortunate timing that everybody decided they were going to give their notice at the same time because they couldn't stand working with them. And
where's this at?
You know that place.
Oh, I thought you meant it was a GameStop. I'm like, you never worked at a GameStop.
No, I never worked at GameStop.
Okay.
I'm saying that one place I worked at that I don't mention because I was only there for a couple months because I'm like...
Oh, the place that brought you in just to get you to write a business plan for them so they can get more grant money and they were going to get rid of you anyway?
Yes.
And made you work out of the kitchen?
Yes.
And said they were going to give you an office and they never did?
Yes, I had to work. Yeah, they basically had like a side room off of the kitchen area. And they were like, hey, you can go in there and work and come up with this business plan.
This place is also funny, too, because the owner got caught going out to, like, was it Glassdoor or something? And, like, trying to write reviews for herself.
Yes.
Because the original account, like, the reviews were terrible. Everybody said don't work there.
There were, like, 5 old accounts for
this. So she kept making old accounts that she'd write her own. And you could tell it was her writing the reviews every time. And then they kept merging them and deleting her reviews.
This person, and that's the thing. If I had seen those reviews, I never would have taken the job. But this person is literally one of the most horrible human beings I have ever come across.
She would literally sit on her computer, right? And like have it linked to whatever you were doing.
It was on Google Docs.
Docs. Yeah. And then every time you type something, she would like put little type margin as you were typing, type comments on it about what you were doing and delete stuff and things.
Yes, her job was to sit at home and micromanage, and she would.
It was ridiculous.
She would literally watch us on Google Docs in real time. You'd see her up there. You'd see up there.
Isn't there cameras there too, so she could see?
Yeah, and she said that they weren't turned on. She's like, "Oh, I'm having cameras installed to make sure you guys are working, but they're not actually turned on." I'm like, "Do you really think we're that stupid? And if you think I'm that stupid, why are you having me write your business plan?" Because I'm not stupid. Oh, I'm going to just go set this camera right for your office.
He quit and left her without a business plan because he got tired of her shit. So anyway,
I quit and she asked me where the business plan was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm like, figure it out.
Anyway, but see, I mean, look, the whole I can't pay my rent thing is what gets me. It's like working conditions, okay. They're not. What was the write up again? Let me read the write up again. Like, I'm trying to read it. It's in English. Poor working conditions, okay. Management overworks, underpays, and underappreciates, okay. But like I said, if usually there's like a guideline for what the rates are set at, right? They set unrealistic expectations. Okay, that I agree with. That could be a reason to quit. But they're paying my rent. Then don't work there. Obviously they aren't. They all quit. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
right. I'm sitting here thinking, like, you literally could go to Walmart and make more money, and you can go to Walmart and you can just like load people's cars up with groceries and get more money.
Oh my gosh, yeah. At least around here they pay better than substitute teaching.
You can be
that's saying something.
You can be a shopper. You can do the like all these got the personal I forget what the app's called, but you can do that and you get paid more. I mean, there are a lot of things you can. I mean, here's the thing: like if you're working at GameStop, it's probably because you love video games. You want to get paid to do something in relation to video games, even though GameStop sells more Funko Pops and crap than anything now. And I'm really shocked they're still in business.
Do we have a point?
We do have a point.
Okay, good, because I'm trying to figure out what the point is.
The point is Kotaku needed more clicks for Tears of the Kingdom. So they had to tie this to Tears of the Kingdom because Kotaku hates Nintendo. That's what the point is.
Okay, because I was very confused what the point was, other than the fact that they can't spell. And that they could just get another job someplace else.
GameStop did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Of course they did.
So the rest of it's about Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom's launch was a huge day for the ailing retailer turned meme stock phenomenon. There were lines around the block at some place. That's true, there were. And several current employees told Kotaku they were inundated with in-store purchases and online orders. I will say this is the biggest launch for a game that I've seen in years. Not even recent Pokemon games have been this huge for us.
But they're going back, they're saying about the midnight launch. And I don't know if the midnight launch was why people quit. I'm like, but didn't they do midnight launches before?
Yeah, I mean, this is like a normal thing. So I think they were like, okay, we've decided we're going to quit. So we're going to stick it to you in the worst possible way, right? Many stores held midnight launches. And Kennard said he heard from other customers the Brighton location was one of them, with diehard fans able to get their copies of the game the night before release. It's not clear if the staff was planning to quit the next day ahead of time or the midnight launch was something that put them over the edge.
Well, that would suck if you pre-ordered and you went to go pick it up and then it was shut down. But
I think they planned to quit and they're like, when's the best time to do it? Oh, what is potentially going to be our busiest day this year. Let's really stick it to them.
I mean, if you're going to make a point, that makes the most sense.
A new employee, poor soul. A new employee at the Brighton location declined to comment about the situation, but told Kotaku that the store eventually reopened on Tears of the Kingdom launch day within 3 hours of the resignations.
A new employee. So they found a new employee within 3 hours.
3 hours. Despite its meme stock continuing to defy all logic and its first profitable quarter in years. Well, this is probably why. Probably cracking the whip on their employees. GameStop employees have continued to report high turnover, lack of meaningful pay raises, and more intense pressure than ever to hit unrealistic sales.
I believe it.
As a company is failing, they basically try to drive the mules harder to get them.
But they don't care if it's a high turnover rate. You're replaceable. And clearly, found somebody within 3 hours had it open again with a new employee.
As a result,
you want to be a manager? Your lucky day.
Well, people would do it though. They would do it just to have it on their resume. I guarantee it. Somebody would be like,
you know what would be saltier to these people is if they hired the new person, open in 3 hours, and they got more money.
I could see them doing that.
But that happened one time to you. Not there. Another place you worked. It was one of the newspapers you worked at.
Yes.
You were doing like all the work. Like the managing editor had another job that was her day job and didn't even do the, well, this was her day job and she didn't do it. So that's when you got the Burn Baby Burn in the headline next to it was for the school bonfire next to the arson article.
Oh yeah.
And that was glorious. People thought that was so funny. They had copies of it all over their cubicles. Yeah. It got through because he was trying to make a point. She's
not paying attention.
Right. And he was doing the work.
It's the front page. You're not paying attention.
You finally got sick of it and quit. And then the one guy who was trying to be the managing editor forever and they wouldn't hire this guy because he was an underhanded, scammy piece of garbage. Anyway, as soon as you were gone, they made him the editor you were and then gave him way more money than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you were doing all the work. And this person was actively sabotaging the whole time, and you had proof of it. And took it to the who runs it?
Yeah,
the publisher.
Yes, I took it to her, and she just kind of fluffed it off.
So the publisher, instead of paying you fairly, let you be the editor when you're doing the work anyway, you quit because you got tired of it. They hired the other guy who was causing all the shit and doing all kinds of underhanded stuff, and then gave him more money.
Well, this is true. I actually agree with this brony swag stallion. Employers are like strippers during a lap dance. They'll encourage you by insinuating there will be more all day, but it never comes. That's
true. That's a very interesting way of getting that point across. But yes, it's completely true.
This is also true. I hate to break it to you. If you accept a job paying $10 to $12 an hour, then complain you're only making that much, that's on you. If you think you're ever going to make $20 an hour working for a failing retailer, that's also on you.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Like, I mean, that's the thing. I'm saying here, like, you took the job. You probably, I mean, they could have, gotten hired before the meme stocks or whatever, but you knew what kind of shape GameStop was in. Everybody who'd take a job at a GameStop at this point, I mean, ours closed down suddenly. The employees, I don't even think they got noticed. They're just like, hey, yeah, we're just pulling the plug. That's it. We're done. We're closing the store because whatever. You didn't hit the number you're supposed to hit. So, yeah, I would be like, that's kind of on you. GameStop is not in a good place and you're looking for them to pay you more and they don't have it. They just do not have it.
This one, something tells me it has more to do with fairly inexperienced kids and young adults being told the potential raises that never come and not realizing that they're going to be expected to work like they're getting paid commission when they aren't, all while under constant threat. Yeah, that sounds like GameStop.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but it does.
I feel bad for all the people who weren't able to pick up the copy of the game they paid for. I'm sure they got their money back. I've stopped feeling bad for people who still shop at GameStop. I also don't understand those people. I stopped really shopping at GameStop when it was clear that they were going to rip you off. Like, you buy a brand new game and you take it in and you want to trade it in. They give you like $5 and they turn around and sell for like $40. I mean,
they don't have any around here, but even when it was here, we very rarely bought from them.
Like, they had action figures and stuff, but even then the stuff was way overpriced. You know, and it was stuff you could get like literally anyplace else. Looked up Brighton, Michigan. It's apparently a small town. I was going to say, why are you even buying from GameStop? Well, there's Amazon and there's Walmart and there's the eShop. You could always download a copy. So yeah, I mean, this is just kind of like, I just thought
you have to pay for it. You don't just get to download it.
Well, no, Kotaku's going to tell you how to just download it.
That's true.
That's going to be the next article. Surprise, everybody. You can download Tears of the Kingdom. Well, they had the spoilers. You missed that video. They had the spoilers out there.
I just think it's funny. It's like the entire GameStop. Okay, that's just relevant because this Tears of the Kingdom release date, it was like really huge release.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't know. I'm still trying to understand the point of this whole video, but okay.
The point is, I think it's kind of funny.
Oh, okay.
So
that's the point. It's just fun of amusing.
I found it amusing.
Now I understand. Because I've been spending this whole entire video and where are we going with this?
I just think it's funny we've got Kotaku like taking every opportunity it can, every story, whatever, to talk about Tears of the Kingdom because they're known for getting blacklisted. So now that's what people are searching for, Kotaku, Tears of the Kingdom. So they're just going to write all kinds of freaking stories.
I mean, it's smart in a way.
Yeah, I mean, they got to survive too. One of these days, I'm telling you, one of these days, they're going to have a walkout or they're all going to get gone all at once and nobody will shed a tear for their kingdom collapsing. Are we going to wrap this up?
Yes, we could have wrapped up a while ago.
All right. I know the video game stuff bores you.
It's not about boring. I just don't know where I was like, you're all over the place and I don't understand the point.
It makes sense in my head.
Hope doesn't make sense in anybody else's head.
It makes sense in my head. We're gonna wrap this up.
All right.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye. Sorry, I yelled loudly.
That's okay. I got the limiter on.
Okay. So
you can tell my kick
setting.
Yeah, you can
Wait,
tell.
really? It automatically limits it when I yell?
It does. When the pitch gets too high, it does. Sometimes if you sound like all robotic, it's because it's bringing the decibels down.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.